Hey guys, my name is Reverend Phoenix and this is Drawing the Human Figure from Your Mind, lesson 151. Okay, so now let's finish this up and just understand the remaining muscles over here. What's going to happen over here? Okay, so just like this muscle that's going here, you're obviously going to get another muscle right over here, and he's going to connect over here to that bone, and you're going to get that muscle just like this. Okay, and he's going to have his pulley system. Now the thing about this muscle is that this muscle splits into two. Okay, so meaning that you're going to have that this guy connecting from here, and he's just basically going to connect. So here's that bone, okay, and he's going to connect about here. So you can just eyeball this. He's not going in the middle, he's connecting about here, and we're about to make a really good discovery here about this whole system here. Just hang on a second. So basically he just connects just like this, and he's all over the place right over here, just like this. Okay, so meaning that we're understanding what's going on over here, right? This, see how it comes from here and he's connecting here, right? Important understanding here. Okay, so now we got that in place. Now let's solve this mystery over here. Okay, what's going on? If we look at my hand here, right, you can see that we've got this muscle, right, but then something else is over here, meaning that you've got this muscle going here, but then you've got another muscle that's underneath this guy, and he's going somewhere else. And this is what's going to solve this mystery over here, because you'll know automatically that when you draw this right from here where that knuckle is, all you have to do is really just draw this muscle from here to here, connecting to this bone on top, and the other guy is under him, and he's going connecting to some other places. So let's understand what happens. So if you look at the bottom of the hand over here, okay, so those muscles that we just drew on top are obviously going to be appearing here, but we'll just leave this be because we want to put in some muscles here. Otherwise we'll be erasing. So basically what happens here, that we understand that this muscle, right, so he's about here, he's on top, and he's connecting from here, right, about here. He's not connecting from here, about here, just like he is over here. So here we can make him just like this, and we'll just put him in lightly. Okay, so this guy is on top. So now what happens is that there's a muscle that's going to connect from this bone, right, so this muscle is connected here. He's going to attach from this bone, and this muscle is going to attach to this middle bone here for that middle finger in the palm area, just like this. So he's obviously on top of those muscles that we just looked at. So he's going to connect from here, just like this, and he's going to go just about here. Okay. Once we start to put all the layers on, all of this is just going to make so much sense. Excuse me. So here I'm just going to put him lightly over here. Okay, so he's connecting to here, and then there's another muscle that just connects here, and it goes into the wrist. Okay, so they're like, it's made up of two muscles here. So then you're going to get that big muscle on top here that will define this guy where that thumb is. Okay, so the understanding for this is, this makes a lot of sense now, right? Because if he's coming from under here, connected to the middle, that means he's connecting from here to underneath of this finger. So meaning that if we drew a line here, we can see how these muscles are layered now, right? This is a good understanding. This obviously means now that, okay, well, this means that now, let's say if we were drawing the hand, right, like this, meaning that this is where your index finger would be, and that means that this muscle here is on top, like this, for the thumb. Okay, let's just imagine this for a second, and then you're going to get that slight nudge here. See, you get that line automatically, and then you're going to get obviously that bone, you're going to get that thumb, and you'll be able to draw the thumb, and you can see how quickly we can start building up this area of the hand, and this is where your wrist would start going. Okay, It solves a big problem that uh, the mind needs, and that picture of symbolism that's in our heads will just snap back together very fast. That's what's going on. So that's why I was saying you don't have to look at the hand from the side view. Just understand these muscles and what's going on. Okay, so now we got that solved. What we need to do now is begin to understand the, let's see here, I guess the pulley systems. Let's start to build on that. Because what's going to happen is, what we'll do is understand the pulley systems on top, then we'll look at the pulley systems on bottom, which are going to overlap this muscle here that you're seeing here. It's going to overlap, okay, and then there are going to be a few muscles here, then that big muscle would be the ending of this understanding of the palm. So just note that one other thing here is that these fingers are covered by tendons and ligaments, right? And when you draw in, let's say, the outline of the finger, it's surrounded by pulp, meaning that that's what gives you the shape of the finger. And because it's pulp, it's all these nudges here are going to force the finger to look like a finger, just like it does. Like so, if we drew as an outline. Okay, so meaning that there are no muscles in the fingers. They're only pulley systems. Okay, and it's just surrounded by a sheet of fibers, completely covered. Okay, so let's understand the pulley systems here. Okay, so obviously we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, right? You can see these lines here, and these are they're obviously on top, and they're pretty strong tendons that can be seen. Okay. So the understanding for the hand is that these they're like a number of pulley systems, and they're layered on top of each other. Okay, so what we'll do is start to put in one pulley system here. Okay, so basically this wire here is going to connect to this finger right here on that tip. Okay, and it's going to go like this. We're just going to understand this in a more basic shape here. Okay, meaning that it's going over the knuckles, so you're going to get that this point here on top, right? You can feel it, and he's connecting right into the muscles of the forearm. So that those big muscles that we looked at the forearm, they actually come down all the way to this width here for these tendons, and this is what allows you to do so many things with the hand. Those big powerful muscles are allowing the fingers in the hand to move. Okay, and these muscles here play a very small part in really they're there for very delicate moves of the hand. And those powerful muscles do big things. Okay, so that's one pulley system there, and we're going to draw this one here, connect him here, go like this. He's going to go like that, right? See how they're bunching up together? They're just going to be next to each other. I'm going to clean this up in a little bit. I just want to get that basic shape. And here, then over here, it's just going to be that same thing. Just going in that direction over here. So they're coming close together over here. Okay, so that's that basic understanding. We're going to look at something else in a little bit. Okay, so what happens here on the thumb, right? Because we know that if these pulley systems can be seen going across, meaning that we also know about this guy, right? And then there's another one right over here. There are two pulley systems going, meaning that they're being connected from the muscles of the forearm. So this guy is just, so basically understanding for this is the guy who's on top, right? He connects all the way down to over here on that thumb area. Okay, so he's going to be like this. Okay, and the other guy who's on the other side, he's just going to connect over here to this guy, like this. Okay, we'll clean this up in a little bit, but just understand that This is what's giving you that triangular shape, meaning that you can clearly see from here, right? If I can get this on camera. Okay, well, anyways, what's happening is this guy comes here and this guy comes here. Okay, so you see they're meeting at a point, meaning that that's exactly what's happening. They're very close to each other. He's going to stop over here and he's just going to niche up against him. He's going to go about his business over here. And that's what's giving you these shapes here, meaning that he's on the top of the wrist, right, close to the top, and he's near the side of the wrist, just like over here. See how low he is? So he goes from here, and then that big muscle we were talking about, we haven't gotten into, but that's where this is, and this guy is on top. Okay, look where he's going. He's going where the muscles for the wrist are, just like we drew it over here, right? And they're going to be strapped up. Okay, so here's where that ulna is, and then you get that radius going into that direction. Okay, so we'll continue on with this understanding. I hope you join me again. Thanks.